Well, Alistair, yeah. And the Eight of Diamonds Sparkle Edition on Kickstarter, the most elegant pendants I think I've ever seen.
Thank you
Uh,
very much.
they're just delightful to look at, and I hope people at least go to Kickstarter and go to Eight of Diamonds and watch your video
Thank
because you
you.
show and explain about what these eight. I didn't know there were eight basic, forms of that diamonds come in that are cut in,
Yeah,
right?
I mean these are just they're just eight of the shapes that are most popular in the
Uh,
diamond industry. So I just thought, if everyone loves them so much, maybe they'll like a pendant that
well, they obviously do. I mean, you're only halfway through, and you're only a stone's throw away from your budget or
Thank
goal
you.
already, and it looks like going to make it easy. But also, I see that you're like the only artist I've seen, and jewelry artist on Kickstarter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's maybe I'm always for trying to, be the forefront of design and being in my area. So yeah, when Kickstarter opened up in Australia, I just went, let's just give it a go,
Wow.
and see what happens. And the response has been pretty amazing.
Well, I mean, actually, as an artist and a young man like you, it must be a thrill to see. God, look at you! You got all these people now all over the world that want your work. I mean,
Exactly. It gives
wow.
you a bit of yeah, it gives you a bit of, rest to know that, the
Oh,
designs are working. People obviously like what you're
yeah.
doing. Yeah, I I think that it's been
Oh,
really
yeah.
good.
What's better? That's better than Dad saying great work, even.
Yeah, exactly.
You got people putting up money for it. That's real positive feedback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to know you're doing something right.
But
Yeah, so it's
to
good.
me, it's interesting now on these crowdfunding sites that artists can do something like this instead of going on
Exactly.
like what is that, Etsy or these where people sell jewelry and things like that.
Yeah.
They're not really crowdfunding sites, and this is a crowdfunding site that. Uh, I mean, like having a $6,000 sale like that. I mean, that's fantastic. And you said 80% of the sales you had is really just from general traffic on Kickstarter and not your people, right?
Pretty much, yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons I went on was to try and reach a wider
Yeah.
audience. So yeah, it's pretty good statistics.
Well, what's inside you that said, "Hey, I think I want to design jewelry"?
Yeah, I guess I started making jewelry when I was quite young, but it was
Really?
just like yeah, but
I
it
mean,
was
like
kind of more like
Superman rings or what?
yeah, like beading stuff,
Oh,
with
really? I
wire
see.
and beads and things like that.
Oh,
And I guess I kind of got a bit, sick from only being able to make stuff that was in the shops and putting
uh,
things together. And then yeah, I decided to go into jewelry design.
wow.
So
Did you study
yeah.
this in school or what?
Yeah, actually, we studied in high school. I think it was year 9 or year 10. We had a jewelry making
Wow,
class.
really?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
moving to Australia. We'd never have that here in the States.
It was just an elective unit,
I see.
and with that elective unit, I just kind of shelved it until I finished what we call our TE here, which is you sort of your university ranking. And then when I went to uni, I did a Bachelor of Arts in Jewelry Design.
Oh,
So
I see. So you actually got
yeah,
a degree in jewelry design. Huh.
yeah, I got pretty serious in it.
Yeah, but now why? I mean, you could there's so many things to design, and you said as a kid you were interested in that, but what gives you, the satisfaction of doing that? Or I mean, what is, art's a very personal thing, I know, and I'm just trying to understand more.
Yeah, sure. Well, I've always been busy with my hands, and jewelry is quite an intricate and fine sort of craft that you need to
I see.
have. That in alone is quite a challenge for me. So, producing something,
I
this big, um, but doing it well as well. But also, you get to use finer materials as well, which has
uh,
another level of, materiality. So, whether it's platinums, diamonds,
wow.
silver, all that sort of stuff. So I kind of, yeah, I mean, it was kind of fashion design, architecture, or jewelry design.
I
So jewelry is where I'm at,
Yeah, but
but I
that's sort
kind
of
of found
fashion, and
myself.
the way you're using jewelry is sort of architecture. So you're really
Yeah.
putting it all into jewelry, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I've kind of realized in the last couple of years is that I ended up hitting all of those, but I'm just doing it with jewelry. So
So
yeah, no, it's really good.
all that education wasn't useless after all.
That's right.
Well, that's wonderful. And so you're on Kickstarter for a while. As a people look, you got to look at these pendants because they're unique. I mean, I don't buy a lot of jewelry. I'm a guy, but I've been on Home Shopping Networks. I have a lot of jewelry, and I've never seen anything as fine as this.
Oh, thank you.
And that's why I think people should see it. It's unique, and with the the simulant that
They're gonna
comes
have,
inside
yeah,
of
they're
it.
gonna have a stone inside.
Yeah.
So I think I've always just wanted to make jewelry a little bit different from the
Yeah.
norm. So always trapping something inside, or people see something like, how is that being made? That
Right,
it kind of
No, it's like
questions it a little bit more.
every piece of the pendant is like a bird in the cage, but it's really
Exactly.
a jewel in a little cage, That
It is,
it's
yeah.
it's beautiful, So
Thank
the way
you.
to get to you is either through Kickstarter while that campaign's on it, and if the campaign's gone, then we go to what's your website you want to use?
alistriat.com.au.
Ah, that's what I thought it was. I knew it was that. Well, you're a delight, and thank you so much for doing this work. And I hope you have continued success and people adorn their life with your creativity because it's
Thank you
certainly
very
worth
much.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you.